short scripture reading to inspire us and also to bless us as we begin our forum this morning. And this scripture reading is being taken from St. Paul's letter to the Philippians, chapter 1, verse 6. Chapter 1, verse 6. And this is how it goes. That I am confident of this, that the one who began a good work in you will continue to complete it until the day of Jesus Christ. That as we gather here this morning, we are doing a good work, and we are beginning this good work with the Lord. And it's the Lord himself who is beginning this good work, and we rely on him. We rely on his providence, that he brings everything that we are undertaking to his glorious conclusion and for his greater glory. May I request that we be upstanding for a prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty and ever-living God, the source of everything that is good, we gather here this morning to receive our new students and parents this new academic year, at the time when our university is celebrating the 40th anniversary celebrations since inception. Bless our university sponsors, management, faculty, staff, and students. Grant that our new parents, together with our continuing parents, receive the desired blessings through their sons and daughters who have been admitted to study at our prestigious and regional university. Bless our new students to achieve their dreams, unleash their potentials, benefit from the solid holistic formation and excellent academic tradition of our university. May their good experiences here prepare them to be witnesses of your love and to be adequately prepared to serve the church and the society. Consecrate all of us in your truth. We rely on your unfailing guidance, inspiration, providence during this orientation exercise. We make our prayer through our Lord Jesus Christ, your Son, who lives and reigns with you in the unity of the Holy Spirit, one God, forever and ever. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. So may I take this brief opportunity to say something about our chaplaincy activities, but I will begin by introducing myself. My name is Father William Kosgei, and I am the university chaplain. Since the foundation of our university in 1984, chaplaincy department has been a very, very important department in the daily operations of our university. Being a faith-based university, matters spiritual is really taken seriously, because also it contributes to the overall, plan of achieving what we are calling holistic formation. And because of that, our university has a fully fledged chaplaincy department where I serve as the chaplain. We also have a full-time coordinator, and then we are also supported. We have a collaborative team through which we are able to accomplish our objectives. We have the University Pastoral Council, and the University Pastoral Council always supports the chaplain in planning the activities and also in advising the chaplain over how best we can deliver spiritual services in our university. Apart from that, we also have chaplains, assisting chaplains for our various faculties and also departments. Every department, and particularly the administrative departments, have a chaplain to accompany them. All the faculties here, they have a chaplain also to accompany them in matters spiritual. And to assist them in their faculties and departments, we also have what we call spiritual coordinators. Every faculty has a spiritual coordinator to work hand in hand with the chaplain. Likewise, the departments have spiritual coordinators to accompany and to support the assisting chaplain. Again, we have quite a number of spiritual movements and associations in our university. We are making sure that nobody is left, unattended. So for those who are non-Catholics, we have Christian Union. We have Christian Union with a patron. We also have a Christian Union with a leadership. And that explains the reason why every spiritual movement have also a patron. They have a patron and clear guidelines of the operations. Yes, and they have the leadership. So I was trying to say that, for our non-Catholics, we have Christian Union. Even for those who profess Muslim faith, they also have the activities of the Muslim Association here. We have quite a number of Catholic-related spiritual movements and devotions. I can mention some few, and particularly for us who understand those who are Catholics, we have spiritual movements such as Legion of Mary, Divine Mercy, YCS. We have the pro-life. We have another program called the Young Franciscans, and together there are around 10 spiritual movements. So our sons and daughters who are admitted here have an opportunity to grow spiritually and to join any of these movements for their own spiritual growth, and also to be close, in their relationship with God. We also have a very strong choir, which always facilitates our liturgical and spiritual activities here. We have also mass serving, those who can also join to become mass servers. And out of this, our students are exposed to various spiritual experiences, which also contribute to their spiritual growth. We have a tradition here in our university that on Thursdays, everybody is invited for a community mass, whereby we can be together and pray together as a family, irrespective of our various religious affiliations. So on Thursdays at exactly noon, that is from 12 to 1 p.m., we have mass for our community, and also to pray for various needs and the intentions of our university. I also want to say that the chaplaincy department also assists in conducting what we are calling pastoral counseling for quite a number of our students who may be in need. Also those who may wish, to be complete in terms of their sacramental life. Those who may wish to be catechized, to be baptized, to receive the First Holy Communion, and also to receive confirmation, we have all those opportunities. So I want to assure you, parents, that in this university, the chaplaincy department is very committed, in creating a spiritual environment, so that also when our students, when your sons and daughters graduate from this university, they will not only graduate with certificates, they will also graduate with matters of faith, that they will be spiritually empowered. So once again, allow me to say karibuni sana at the Catholic University, and the chaplaincy department is there to serve you. May Almighty God bless you.
Thank you very much, Father Chaplain. We are proud of welcoming you this day to this university. It is one of the great years that we have. The university is celebrating 40 years of teaching since its establishment, And for us, that is a huge milestone, because the number of people who have gone through this place are quite many. Some of them are serving in different positions in government. The university has a citizenship of more than 30 countries. So some of the students that your children will be interacting with are from different countries, from 30 different countries. So feel that by the time, apart from just spiritually, your student will come out of this place with a lot of experience from 30 more years, 30 more countries. Something also very important, you are seated next to a parent, just like you. Please turn to the parent next to you and greet them. And at least know what their child is doing and where they come from. Some of us are afraid of even talking to the neighbor. Have an idea of, and those of us who are alone or seated on their own, just move one step closer to a parent so that at least you can ask them, na wewe unatoka wapi? Or where do you come from? Or what is your child studying in this university? Maybe that person is your relative as well. Those of us at the door, please let's come in. There is more space. At least as a parent, you should leave this place knowing one other parent who is in this university. Thank you very much. I will now invite Dr. Gitonga Mureithi, who will tell us more about what else is offered at the university, so that you may know that your child is only a part of the big university. Karibu Dr. Gitonga.
God is good, and all the time, and that is. So, on behalf of our Vice Chancellor, the very Professor Stephen Mbugwangari, our Deputy Vice Chancellors around, esteemed faculties, dear parents, our new bright students, members of the Fourth Estates, and the media around, all protocols observed. Good morning. Muko salama? Are you comfortable? Yes? The yes is not coming out. Ama mnahitaji chai kidogo. So, first and foremost, congratulations. You have made a remarkable choice by joining the Catholic University of Eastern Africa. This is an institution with a rich history, deeply rooted in Catholic values, academic excellence, and a commitment to shaping individuals who will change the world. The world right now is about change. So any vessel that is changing the world, do not miss it. And that is why you're here today. This is a place where future is crafted, and where your children, and of course you as parents, will soar to new heights. I must say, you have sacrificed a lot to be here, and by God's grace, it has happened. This is just the beginning. Kwea, this is the jargon we use, Catholic University of Eastern Africa. Tunaitaka Kwea, and you're part of the family now, so hata ukiwa mtaani nyumbani, you can say Kwea, you are allowed. We are celebrating 40 years, a legacy of excellence. 4 decades ago, a vision was born. Same way, you all have a vision for your personal lives, for your children. And the vision was to offer education that not only empowers minds, but also nurtures hearts and spirits. And that's what our chaplain has shared here. Over and above education, we also nurture hearts and spirits. Today you are part of that enduring legacy. Over these years, we have grown in strength, building a reputation for producing leaders of integrity, I repeat, integrity, innovation, and service. Not only here in Kenya, but across Africa and the world. Now, we start with the history. First of all, Kwea is a private university accredited by the Commission for University Education in Kenya. Where you are right now is, this is within, we call it the Lang'ata boundaries, but Karen is also here. So when you're asked where is your son or daughter, or your nephew or cousin, just tell them they are in the confines of Lang'ata in Nairobi. That's where we are right now. That's our location. So Kwea was founded on 3rd September 1984 as a graduate school of theology under the name Catholic Higher Institute of Eastern Africa, which was called CHIEA, Chair. Again, some of these historical names are supposed to be part of your alphabet. I'm sure all of us have a nickname. Yeah? So that's a nickname. But when you hear Chair, it's a Catholic Higher Institute of Eastern Africa. So the institute was founded by the regional ecclesiastical authority known as the Association of Member Episcopal Conferences of Eastern Africa, which we also refer to as AMESEA. Those are the words that AMESEA stands for. Association of Member Episcopal Conferences of Eastern Africa. The institution was formally opened by Pope John Paul II on 18th August 1985. And in 1986, the Graduate School of Theology started negotiations with the Commission of Higher Education in Kenya to establish the current university. We are together? Thank you. In 1989, the institute obtained, now where we are, obtained a letter of interim authority as the first step towards our establishment as a private university. After 3 years of intensive negotiations between the authority of the Graduate School of Theology, which is Chair, and the Commission of Higher Education, now the faculties started to flow. This is the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, and our Dean is also seated here. The civil charter was granted to Chair on 3rd November 1992. This marked the birth of the private, or our private university. The institute rebranded, our institute rebranded in 1992 as the Catholic University of Eastern Africa. Now, in 2002, faculties continued to flow. This is the Faculty of Science and Commerce, followed by the Center of Social Justice and Ethics in 2003. Then we had the Faculty of Law, the School of Continuing Professional Development in 2009, and of course now the satellite campuses started also to rise up. We have what we call the Learning Resource Center, the LRC. And this is the region we are in, the field where you've come from, where we are right now. And this is an example of an ecological, sustainable design, actually, not only in East Africa, but Africa. By ecological, we mean it's very sustainable. The resource you're finding here, the auditorium, and by the way, you're most welcome to an event here anytime. If you have an event you want to bring with, a capacity of over 1,200, kuna nafasi za kukaa juu, chini, bring it here. A graduation for, some of you could be, school captains. By school captains, I mean owners. You can bring your graduations here. You can bring your society meetings here. I know some of us here, I met 2 or 3, friends. We've known each other for quite a while. You've got huge clubs. You're free to bring them to this auditorium. It's part of the LRC, the Learning Resource Center. Now, we have 3 buildings here. We have a 3,000 plus library, actually one of the best in Africa also, again. It's a modern library. And now we also have a 500-seat cafeteria just across. So those are the 3 buildings. We are talking about the auditorium, the library, and the cafeteria. We also have a walkway, where we are right now. Ukitoka nje kidogo, you can walk across, you can walk behind. It's a sustainable environment. We have the field here, and the 3 buildings were designed to include the use of natural ventilation to provide cooling, maximize a high thermal mass, and use sun shading for glazed areas. So we are talking about sustainable technology when we talk about the LRC at Kwea. So it's a resource on its own. As we speak today, there are many faculties at Kwea. We've got the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, Faculty of Education, Faculty of Law, Faculty of Science, Faculty of Theology, School of Business, School of Graduate Studies, the Institute of Canon Law. We have a Center of Social Justice. We have Open Distance and E-Learning, that's the ODEL, which is also something that the university is putting a lot of strength in, especially in post-digital era, where communication and any innovation has to be a digital platform. As we speak right now, streaming is also going on, so you can always share, with your relatives, friends, wherever they are, and they can actually cross-check whatever is going on and be part of us as we continue. Let me talk a little bit about the Cardinal Otunga Scholarship Fund. The university also runs a Cardinal Otunga Scholarship Fund in honor of the university's founding fathers, and this is Maurice Cardinal Michael Otunga. And the aim of the fund is to sponsor needy but deserving students in pursuit of their studies at our university. The Scholarship Fund governance framework consists of committees, namely the Fund Steering Committee and the Scholarship Awards Committee. So it's a very open and straightforward engagement. Now, we usually have a memorial mass for the Cardinal Otunga Scholarship, and we also have fundraisers. Some of you are in the corporate world, some of you are in private businesses, some of you are SMEs. We might come to knock on your door, to support the scholarship fund. So if you are resourced, and we are not asking for too much money, anything to support the needy students goes a long way. We also have affiliated, or I would call them, our relative colleges. Some of them right now have their own charters. We have Marist International University College. We have Tangaza University College, Hekima University College, Regina Pacis, Uzima, and also some others like Don Bosco College in Moshi, Tanzania, Christ the King Major Seminary, the Spiritan Seminary, the Amesia Pastoral Institute, and Chemichemi Uzima Center. So you can see the family is deep and wide. Now, this is the deal breaker. We have alumni. I've also met some of you today in the morning, and you're alumni of Kwea. This is a translation. We have alumni all over the world. Without mentioning names, we have people in various industries. We have politicians, people in the manufacturing industry. We have pilots who have passed through Kwea. It's a whole 360. I would have loved to mention names, but the data protection at times can be a bit scandalizing. Sindio? Ama nitaje majina? Nitaje nisitaje? Anyway, finally, I want to take this opportunity to welcome all of you once again to the Catholic University of Eastern Africa. You have made a good decision, and we welcome you, and I want to promise you that we will not let you down. Also, just to put some power to it, especially now to our new students. Some of them might not be in here, but you're now part of a great and growing family. You bring with you new ideas, new perspectives, and a fresh energy that will not only make us stronger, but better. I have an appeal. All of you are on social media platforms. We need your support in terms of feedback so that we improve. We need to get better. But without your feedback, we cannot improve. My request is, as parents, if there's any feedback you have for us starting today, please make sure that you send us the feedback. We have an email address, we have phone numbers. I think I should actually be honest enough and share with you an email address right now, where if you have any feedback, and it's CIR, C for cat, I for indigo, R for relationships, head, HEAD, at quair.edu. Any feedback you feel that will help us improve, any critic, please feel free to share it with us. Encourage also our daughters and sons. Whatever they're not happy with, let us share this information real time. And on behalf of the leadership of the university, I want to promise you it will be handled well and positive, so that by the time we are meeting here again, we can only set new heights like eagles. May God bless you, and karibuni sana once again. Thank you.
It is said that you will only praise your own bull. For those of us who come from West Kenya, where we have bullfighting, and you've taken your bull for fighting, nobody will praise your bull unless you praise your own bull, isn't it? Dr. Gitonga fell short of telling you the reason why he said we have one of the best libraries in the country. It is true, we have one of the best libraries in the country. For the last 7 years, we have been the winners of the National Maktaba Awards for universities. I don't know why he failed to mention that, and we have our librarian here, Dr. Macharia. Please stand for people to see you. He's the one who is making sure that our library is up to date for any postgraduate and undergraduate studies. He has over almost 100,000 volumes of books, both in soft and in hard copy. And once you are out of this place, you may take your time and walk into the library. The library can accommodate more than 3,000 students sitting in one single go. So at any point in time when we want to have our students there, they can sit there, 3,000 of them, seated. We have enough space and we have capacity to accommodate all of them. In addition to that, we have a lot of e-learning resources, and all students will be receiving an e-learning portal where they will regularly be receiving their notes, their communication from their lecturers real time. So your child may tell you that, I don't know when the timetable is on. They will be misleading you. They'll be giving you alternative facts. The fact is, they always have information, they always have everything that is required of them. Dr. Gitonga also failed to tell you that I think when you feel the mood in this room, it's very cool, isn't it? Isn't it? Yes. The reason why I say that this is a most sustainable building is because this is one of the greenest buildings in Kenya today. What do we mean by green? We do not use any systems to cool the air. The building, the way it's built, it cools itself. So as you breathe the hot air, it cools itself and brings you cool air. And it can be very cold sometimes in this room. This is where we normally have the presidential debates, for those of you who follow the politics of the country. For many years since it started, this is the place we've always had the presidential debates in this country. So we use it for different purposes, for different conferences, both local and international conferences, and other facilities within the university. So it is not only for learning, it is also beyond for other activities. It's also very important. He said that we also have alumni here. We also have repeat parents. There are parents who are bringing their children here who also have other children or have their children who have been here before. Do we have any repeat parent in the room? Please raise up your hand. Hebu simama kidogo tuwaone. Tuwapigie makofi. However few they are, it's a testimony that for those of us who have other children, thank you very much, you may have your seats. It's also a testimony that you can equally bring your other children to this place. Do we have those who have graduated here before? Wazazi ambao wako hapa na wamegraduate hapa mbeleni, degrees zao ziko hapa. Just stand up. If a parent brings themselves here, they bring their children here, is a testimony that we offer is good for them and their children, isn't it? Let's clap for them. Thank you very much. It is now my humble pleasure to welcome the Dean of Students, Mr. Samuel Wakanywa, to address us. When you leave this place, the parent number one is none other than Mr. Samuel Wakanywa. Karibu sir.
So thank you very much, Mr. Marcellus, MC. So the VC in absentia, the DVC, academics and research, they are in charge of admin and CFO, the chaplain, my fellow deans, heads of departments around, choir staff around, students who are also around, and the student leaders, wazazi wote, both the sponsors of the students and the guardians and parents. Good morning. Tumusifu Yesu Kristo. Tumusifu Yesu Kristo. So as you have heard, my name is Wakanywa Samuel, and I'm the Dean of Students. Maybe those of you who are coming to the university the first time, they might not know who the Dean of Students is, because of Dean of Studies in high school is quite different from Dean of Students and the way it functions at university level. At the Dean of Students office, ni the home of students, nyumbani kwa wanafunzi. Are you getting it? Because you have brought them, mwarea, hamwezi wacha hivyo, right? Lazima endelee na malezi, even if they are adults. At the university level, there is a lot of mentorship. And there are so many functions in the Dean of Students office. And the Dean of Students office also works closely with the student government at university level. And some of the student government leaders, the executive ones, are here and want to introduce themselves. I invite them, they introduce themselves so that you know who they are. They are a wonderful group of students who shepherd other students. With read by their president, Dan, you can come here and introduce the executives, they greet the parents and guardians who are around, and then dispatch maybe some 2 words. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean. DVC, our CFO, all the deans and directors present today, and our lovely parents. I'm sure this is the second time we had a wonderful session in the morning. My name is Daniel Mwendwa, the president of this great institution. And as you've heard, we work closely with the Dean of Students to ensure that the students get, the best experience that we can actually offer. So with me are the members of the student leadership at executive level. Then we also have committee members and faculty leaders. So I'll request that they introduce themselves briefly so that you can know who to approach, when your student has a particular issue. So I'll invite Bramwell, who is in the committee level.
Good morning. My name is Bramwell Ubeho. I'm the Vice Chairperson, Research, Publication and Innovation. I'll take this golden opportunity to welcome all of you to the Catholic University of Eastern Africa. Karibuni sana.
Thank you so much. To the DVC, the CFO, the university chaplain, respective faculty deans, our dear parents, visitors, of course the student leaders and fellow students, good morning. My name is Collins Okanda and I'm serving the School of Business and Economics as the president. I want to take this opportunity to welcome all of you to the great choir. They say you believe in something if you have not experienced it, but you know something after you've experienced it. I've experienced how choirs holistically developed me, and I can attest to you that provided you follow all the core values in choir, you are sure by the end of your 4-year program or 3 or 2-year program, your child is going to have developed holistically. Welcome all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. So you've realized that in each faculty, if your student is enrolled in the Faculty of Education or Faculty of Science, we have 3 leaders in that particular level. Equally, we have student HODs to help them so that the student doesn't suffer, like in public universities, right? So we have these 2 are, yeah, it's true. Yeah, this only happens in private universities and especially Catholic University of Eastern Africa. So at the executive level, we have 2 campuses. We have Langata campus and Gaba campus. So I'm the president, I'm in Langata campus. The vice president is in Gaba campus, which is in Eldoret. The secretary general is in Gaba campus in Eldoret. Then we have the deputy secretary general here. So I'll invite her to also say hi.
All protocols observed. Good morning. Good morning. My name is Evelyn Donge Mutiko. I'm the Deputy Secretary General. Basically, I'm in charge of students' welfare, that is social welfare, how students feel like when they're in school and outside school. And I'm also in charge of sports. Thank you and welcome to choir.
Yeah, so that's about social welfare, that your students should not sleep hungry if they cannot afford food. We have systems that can help them. And also in matters of mental health and all that discussion. Yeah, so she's in charge of that. Now, the next person is in charge of events, she'll say.
All protocols observed. Now, Salimu nyote. Hamjambo. My name is Nicola Debe, the Publicity Secretary from the Faculty of Education, doing chemistry and biology. I am proud to be here. I'm proud to be a student of choir and also a student leader. As the Publicity Secretary, I am in charge of events, innovation, and communication. And on that note, I welcome you to the Choir Family Day as we celebrate our 40 years. Karibuni Choir, this is a school for you to be in and to be part of. Karibuni nyote, asanteni.
Yeah, so we also have events, as you've heard, Quiz International. So we have over 37 nationalities represented here. So we usually have a cultural week, you can follow that, where students from Congo, Nigeria, South Sudan, you know, as parents you might not have had the chance to interact with these communities, but your students fortunately have that chance, right? That's amazing. Then we have the treasurer who is in this campus but out at the moment, and then we have the international students representative who is in charge of international students to check on how they're moving in and out, you know. Yeah, and then we also have 2 student leaders at the back. They can wave. One is Maya. She's in charge of sports. You know, we have to make sure the students grow holistically. And then the other person is Immaculate. She's the student's HOD, the Department of Actuarial Science. Yeah. So with that, I just want to assure you that your students will get the best experience that can be. And as student leaders, we are committed. And we are so intentional that we get to the low level to see how best can we help a struggling student. So just inform them that should they have or face any challenges, we're just a phone call away. Our office is, you know, at Misiol, the first building that you will see, so that we get the first interaction with the student, so they will not suffer, and we give that to you as a promise. As you've heard, we shall have the University Family Day, and I wish to invite you, now that you're here, to join us in that celebration as we're celebrating 40 years. We'll have parents, come with your family, come with your children. It will be a day of fun, right? Yeah, karibuni Kwea, asanteni, and have a lovely time.
So thank you, my dear student leaders. So wazazi, wahenga usema, ukiona vielewa, jua mive, vimeundwa. These are our student leaders. You can see how they are dispassionate. You don't need to be told anything else. And not only them, even other student leaders are like that. Wakija hapa walikuwa tu wachanga tu, kama those ones who are coming, even like that over there. But they are nurtured here and launched and fire with all four cylinders like V8s. So that's the Catholic University for you. It's not just any other university. I'll tell you more about that. So as I told you, the Dean of Students always works closely with the student leaders. You have seen them. And these are the top. It goes down even to classroom level, right? So that they interact with the rest of the students and journey with them. Wanatembea na wao. Wengine ni wachanga sana, right? Or they have never been to the city, right? So they require a lot of mentorship and guidance. And that is what we assure that we do here. So the Dean of Students Office, nimemwambia ni nyumbani ya kwa wanafunzi. That's how I journey with them. And we deal with non-academic issues, right? Sio mambo ya masomo tu, right? Other things, are you getting me? So that they glow holistically, physically, spiritually, right? And socially, right? Because of the challenges we are experiencing in our modern society. So that's what we do. I also work as a link between the student body and the top administration, being also in the management, so that the management knows what the students want, right? And their issues and how better they can be handled. And you have seen that their leadership structure is hierarchical. Inaanza juu mpaka chini, so we know what the students want. So it acts as a link to the university administration. We also ensure that there is nidhamu. It's this university. Those of you I met when they were having their children admitted, I was greeting them and sometimes we tell them, hey, that shirt, you know, when you come here, hey, are you getting me? It is the Catholic University, it's not any other university, even before they were admitted, just in jest, right? You have seen the way our students look. Don't they look presentable? They look like that, and that's a culture that we inculcate. So apart from that, because we deal with non-academic issues, we deal with a wide array of issues. The Chief of Student Office, we deal with counseling. We have a counseling office, right? Fully fledged and manned by professionals. You have had done allude to the fact that mental health issues so that our students are taken care of. We also have an office for international students because this is not a local university, right? We have 38 nationalities represented. So it's a whole office which processes their statutory documents, how they settle, how they are oriented in a foreign country. We also have a career office, right? Office of Career Services. Sister is here, is the head of Career Services, Sister Rose, so that they are nurtured in their various careers. We can start so that the parents and guardian can see you. That sister is the one who nurtures them. You know, she is quite passionate about that, so that when they are following the career pathways, they are guided, right? So apart from that, we also have sports activities are also domiciled in my office. All indoor, outdoor sporting activities are also in my office, so that the student can also grow physically and also they can be revitalized. Apart from that, issues to do with hostels, where they live, accommodation. We also work closely with our students so that even those who are accommodated by our private hostels, we also vet them to ensure that they are secure, right? Wherever they live, they are safe. And mentioning about security, we also act with as our local security aficionados. You know now, like these days, what happens, right? So all manner of chains of security services, we work with them. And also we have Chief Security Officer here and his team here. And our work is to make sure that our students are very, very secure wherever they go and whenever they are on campus. Mentioning about also another office which is key, which was alluded to by the head of communications, was the issue of the student aid office. He mentioned just one aspect of Cardinal Tunga scholarship for assisting students, where we fundraise and we assist students who have maybe problems. Some are not as maybe advantaged. So we take care of them. And not only that scholarship where we fundraise, and we were invited also to chip in because it is quite transparent and it goes a long way in assisting so many students. Clear their studies. We also work closely with the chaplaincy for spiritual nourishment, and also in this university, because it's a Catholic university, sometimes the offerings that we have, we usually have a Thursday Mass for all of us where we meet and play. This is a Catholic university you had, right? We pray, we dedicate time from 12 to 1. So all the offertories that are offered there, some are maybe in food stuffs, right? And that is intentional, is deliberate. Ndio tunapatia wale wanafunzi pengine who might be needed, so that we don't have any students at akona njaa. Are you getting me? Can you get the uniqueness of this university, those of you who are parents for the first time? So this is more of a family, institution than anything else. So we also do that. And also we, all manner of funding, maybe from HELP, yes, Serikali, and then county governments. We also work closely with them, those who are assisted, so that it is assisting the students complete their studies. The other thing I would want to mention, which is very important and which is challenging so many young people and so many universities, is once students leave home, wakitoka nyumbani wakija university, you have heard what happens, right? To some of them. So these are not stories. Some do not graduate at the right time. Are you getting me? Wengine wanaanza tabia zingine, right? Sio mzuri, like maybe drug abuse, right? So those are not things that are encouraged here. So when I meant about the student mentorship, we have a very robust mentorship program at this university. Wanafunzi wakija huku sio wanafunzi tu, right? Are you getting me? Oh, ni wanafunzi, ni watu wazima, I don't know what, we don't know them. Here we know our students, right? The first thing we do as the Dean of Students Office is to map out who are these students we have received. Are you getting me? And their unique needs. Some are even underage. They are not 18. Are you getting me? Who are they? So we map them out and we start the robust mentorship program. We train all our students to be leaders in their own light. Maybe you have encountered some of them outside there and assisting you. Mnaweza fikiria ni wafanyikazi, right? You might not know they are students. Because us, we just sit and they execute so many things, right? Because that's the direction. We train them so that they can be leaders at whatever point. Not only those who are serving the student government, because they are few, right? The rest, we nurture them so that they are student leaders in their own light, right? Nimeona wengine hata wakija wanatembea ni kama akona kauoga. I'm in the university. Believe me, after some time, you not believe they are the ones, right? They will still be firing with false leaders, right? Are you getting me? We put fire in their belly so that they are university students. Are you getting me? So that whenever they are, they can be seen to be student leaders of the Catholic University of Eastern Africa. So we do that through so many programs where we form like leagues of students, senior students, and these young ones join them with the leadership. Are you getting me? So they are monitored. Are you getting me? So akienda hivi, kuna ule atajua, hey, wewe, you are not attending classes, right? So that's what we do. And they journey with them. They babysit them academically. We also have training programs like career services, right? Have a program of mentorship, right? Where they undergo training in counseling, right? Peer counseling. So the career service, I mean the counseling program assists them in realizing, it's a free program, realizing their wajijue, right? To realize their potentials and to unlock them, and also to know how to assist others who might have problems. Are you getting me? Because tunajua kuna machinda, so that they can detect these students have a problem and they are even able to intervene at that level, not even professional level at counseling office. Students have those skills, basic skills, and it's free and they are trained. Are you getting me? So also students, we also train them in behavior, the way they behave. Are you getting me? Tabia. Even the way they dress. Are you getting me? I saw some who really have to style up, right? Are you getting me? Wazazi mnanisikiza? Who have to style up and look like what? Catholic University students. Because they are unique. You have seen their readers, how they look. I have seen some and kept hair, I don't know, whatever, blah, blah, tumanguo igine, ladies. Those ones, no. In this university. Dress code. Those who are keen, even the gate, right? For now, they will be allowed to come in, right? But you can see, if you are keen from the people around and from students, they will be guessing at them, right? If they are not appropriately dressed, right? Watachukuliwa, eh? Uwe nani, right? Because they stand out, right? So, and I seek your support on that, right? That this university students look decent is one of our values, right? To be decent. Na inaanza hata kwa mafasi, the way they talk, the way they behave, right? So, if it's the hair, some dresses, which I don't know what, no, not here. Fancy clothes, right? How much you like them, you might not allow them here. Unless maybe some would want to support me that that is not good, right? My dress, my choice, not here, because the Catholic, it's a church-based institution, right? So that one, you will start immediately, right? And they have to look like student, decent, the way they talk, we start nurturing them immediately, right? In terms of discipline, we don't have a mob or mass behavior of student leadership, right? Because we have seen the way we nurture our students. Very robust leadership systems, right? From top to classroom, right? So if there are issues, we have assemblies, kamukonjis, right? Which are statutory. Tunakutana, tunaongea. Are you getting me? And it goes up to departmental level, up to faculty level, right? Up to a kamukoji where we gather here with our students, right? And it's open forum where students, if they have issues, raise them as administrators, we listen to them, we iron them out, right? So here we don't have like a student, I don't know, shouting at people, right? Or throwing stones at people. Are you getting me? Because you can see where this institution is located. It's in Karen, right? All leaders live around, right? So that's why we are very keen, because we want to blood them, right? To great university students. Because even those presidential debates, they were here, they are here, by presidents, they were seated here, right? They also come here often when they have maybe functions. So please, when we ask you on some of these things, liaise with us, right? And to add on to that, those students, when they come here, because we know them, if there is a problem, we will call you. Are you getting me? I don't know, those of you who have other kids and your children in other universities, sidhani kama mnapigiwa simu, right? Mnapigiwa. Saa zingine, here tunampigia. Ikiwa kuna kashida tutakwambia bla bla, hiyo kanywele ya kijana yako please has to stop. Hiyo msichana wako fulani the classes has missed classes twice. Are you getting me? So we work closely with you parents because you are our stakeholders and we value you a lot, and because we have a commitment, we have an obligation, we have a contract with you that when you bring your children here, they will leave this place better people and with the academic credentials, right? Wamemaliza masomo yao na wahitimu, right? So that's our obligation, and that's why we value you and we work closely with you, right? So that as we nurture them, we'll let you know. And whenever the results are released, it's not a secret, right? They are released online, and if you send something, right? Why so and so or is he attending class? Just call me. My number is 0722. It's not a secret. Are you getting me? 0722 750 701. Because we have a contract with you. That's the Dean of Students. 0722 750 701. 0722 750 701. And I don't have two numbers. And it's deliberate because I'm a teacher. So if you find there is issue, just call me. Then I'll get back to you. And that's the contract. We are as serious as that, you know, so that we journey with the students. The other thing here we also emphasize is taking care of our facilities because of discipline. If you have such kind of a facility, it was not built yesterday, right? So our students are very responsible, and we don't encourage destruction, right, or vandalism of property in this university because we are not a riotous community, right? So we also nurture them to be responsible. I've talked about issues to do with the drugs. Please, we will not allow drug abuse here, and we have our mechanisms of ensuring that such deviations are arrested, and we even inform should it happen or we suspect it is happening, we will ask with you so that we assist them. Talking of class attendance, if students miss some classes, even 6 hours, they might not be allowed to sit for exams, right? That's how we take class attendance in this university, right? And we have all manner of monitoring. We have physical registers and electronic registers, right? And biometrics, right? So that those who don't really attend class, we know who they are and we are able to assist them. Or if there's any issue, we can even call their guardians or their parents. So we might not really exhaust on what we do here, but in a sneak preview of what I have said, this is what we expect in this university, right? Are you getting me? Now you have gotten it, what it is, right? So that hata wewe unaweza mwambia akiwa toka nyumbani, hey, wewe, hiyo unaenda na hiyo nguo itakubalika, right? Yeah, because they not be allowed even to venture into this compound if they deviate in any way, right? And you will see them, how decent they look, right? Because that is the purpose of the university student and the way they live. Because if we allow them to be disciplined, even if they leave the university, I don't think they will be around, right? That you are employed like me and you come scruffy, right? Are you getting me? In the world of work, maybe you'll be sacked, right? Yeah, because it's branding. So that's why we like branding our students from the word go, right? As they move on, they become very decent people, and even the feedback we get out there is we have very good students and graduates, right? For those who are taking law, you have seen like the top leadership of Law Society of Kenya. They are not old, but they are our students. Faith is the president of LSK, student here the other day. Mwaura Kavata was a student here. That's what we do. you launch them to the point that when they start now hitting the ground, they are there, right? So that's what we do. And in all realms of professions, that's what we do. And we assure you that even those who are brought for the first time, for the second time, those who are old parents, will continue nurturing the students and your children who are brought here so that really they have that Catholic identity, and we will be proud of them. And I assure you for our support. And thank you very much for choosing this university. Those who are the first time, the second time, continue to have faith in us, and we shall continue journey with those children you have brought for us. And we pray, because we are a spiritual institution, that God will always guide us and continue giving us energy to execute what we promise to you people and the parents. And we are very proud of you. We are happy. And once again, welcome to this great university. Shukran.
Asante sana Mwalimu Wakanywa. Mr. Wakanywa failed short of telling you to release your children to also participate in other many activities that are non-academic. Most of us parents, we fear letting our children go play. Let them participate in the many activities. If you have a son who is well built or even not well built with some good strength, we have one of our rugby teams that is playing the National League, the Queer Monks. And it would also be good to have your child out there playing, isn't it? We also have other sports. They participate in many other student activities. So let your child not only be a person concentrating on books, but kuna mambo mengi ambao wanaweza kufanya. Kuna michezo ya aina mingi, kuna shirika ya aina mingi kwa wanafunzi wetu na watoto wetu ambao yatawasaidia kuwa kikamilifu na kuwa watu wa maana katika jamii. We've heard of what we offer in Queer. We've also heard of what the students do and how they are taken care of. Before I call the other members of the leadership, it would also be good to hear from somebody who has graduated from this university, and that is Leonida Mukabi. Karibu.
Good morning, parents. Good morning again. Distinguished guests, parents, students, and future minds. My name is Leonida Pauline. I'm a testimony of being a student in Queer, finishing successfully in Queer, going to Kenya School of Law, and currently I'm on a scholarship program called the Bread of Life at the University of Nairobi, pursuing masters. That much said, I don't have a presentation on the screens, but I hope my experience will teach you something beautiful about Queer. So, as I said, my name is Leonida, and I'm very much honored to stand before you today as a proud alumni of the legal profession. I graduated back in 2020 during the COVID year. And after graduating at Queer, I decided now, because I'm out there, now I need to expand my knowledge, and I went to Kenya School of Law. But I didn't stop at Queer. I came back and I registered to be an alumnus at Queer because I really love this institution. So I registered so that I may use Queer's library as a resource center. So I used to come from Kenya School of Law, I come to the Queer library, and then I read, and then I go back to Kenya School of Law, and every day until I was admitted last year, November. So it brings me great joy to share my experiences, challenges, and lessons learned after law school in hope that they may offer insights and encouragement to both the students and the parents who are here presently. So I attended the Catholic University of Eastern Africa, where I graduated with a Bachelor's of Law degree, and later pursued my postgraduate, as I've said. and this institution has really shaped my profession. So currently, I own my own practice called Mukabe and Company Associate. I decided to give myself an opportunity so that I may serve people. I had so much passion and zeal for litigation and serving people, and that's why I sat down and I said, okay, now what's next for me? So I approached my parents and told them, I see myself one day having an office, and on top of that office, I see my name. So please support me by bringing me a desk and a chair, and I'll fight towards getting clients and in hope of me building my own future. So when my experience entailed at Quair, I used to be so much active in our Faculty of Law. I used to be part of those moot court sessions. I used to be part of the Quair marketing team. I used to be part of the Quair volleyball team. And all this I balanced with my studies. So note to the students who are joining this institution, yes, you can balance, and it is very much easy. As long as you know what made you to come to Quair and the sacrifices that your parents have made, then you will appreciate the journey. So like many graduates, I had a dream of excelling in law, in litigation, and public service. But quickly I learned that the legal profession, that success isn't handled to you. It requires grit, perseverance, and a willingness to constantly learn and adapt to change. By the time any student is joining Catholic University, I'm so sure your parents have really sat down and decided that this is the direction you want to take. So to the students who are presently here, the first thing you should have, at least you need to have a technical know-how. The world is turning out to be a digital space, and very soon everything might be going the technological way. So I'm so sure by the time you're joining Quair, at least you have some technical space, because you're going to have projects that will require you to do research, that will require you to present facts and present research and present figures. So you need to have that technological know-how. So for me, the journey has been full of balancing personal life and professional demands. As you know, law is a demanding career which kind of exhausts you emotionally, mentally, and physically. And there's a real pressure to get out there and secure job opportunities and internship. So my personal journey has been, immediately I left Catholic University. I joined the courts as a judicial attachment, and then afterwards, I came back to the public practice where I started as a tax officer. I started from the bottom going up. So I used to arrange files as part of my internship program. After that, I graduated a little bit. I went to Milimani Court. I did 3 months full free service to the judiciary of Kenya, free service 100%. Then later on, I was called by a bank. And as soon as I joined that bank, I went to their legal department as a legal intern. And to shock you all as parents, 80% of the staff in that legal department were Catholic University students. And we all met at a go, and everyone had their own story. I graduated this year. I graduated the last phase of this year and this year. And then it was just like a Catholic fellowship. And from that, I really felt comfortable in that space, meaning that out here, opportunities for young students who exit from Catholic University are very much endless. So be rest assured that you're in the right place at the right time, and with the right tutors and facilitators, and with the right administration. So moving forward, actually there were times I questioned whether I had chosen the right path. And I know there are students who are here who might think, today I'll do nursing, tomorrow nursing might be boring, I want to go to economics. Be sure that when you sit down and you see your future from 10 years, you need to choose the right thing that is best for you. And the opportunities are endless for you. So don't be confused. Stick to one career and move with it until the end. So sometimes I reminded myself of my purpose and the passion why I joined in choir. And to shock you most, that my first semester when I joined choir, and my results were not posted, 5 of my results out of 9 results. That day I went to my parents and they wanted to know if law was really meant for you. So I told my parents I only have 4 results out of the 9 results. The following day my parent came to our faculty of law and he met the dean. And my parent just told the dean, by the way, do you know, a parent who's not concerned about the welfare of a child is not as good as a parent. And I need to know if my girl is really into this course, because it's something that she signed up for. And be rest assured, at that time, all my results were there. So be rest assured and be concerned about your child's welfare in this institution. Because I find it difficult that most parents, they come and just dump you in school and they just go and say, now I've left you for the teachers and I've left you for the world. But that's not really the core role of a parent. The core role of a parent is actually to hold your child's hand and to see where they're failing and where they're succeeding, and to just be there for their children. So to the parents who are here today, your support is invaluable. I also had a guardian and a parent who held my hand, and that's why by the time I was graduating out of the Faculty of Law, I had a second-class upper division in my cohort. So the sacrifices you make, both emotional and financial, are very crucial, and it fuels the success and the future of us. For me, I see myself one day being a proud alumnus of choir. Probably I'll enhance my space in becoming an advocate. Probably tomorrow you'll find me at the court as a judge. Or maybe tomorrow you might find me 40 under 40. But one thing I'm so grateful for is that I had an opportunity to learn at choir. The library was open for me to read books. The facilitators, the lecturers were very much transparent in getting to know our welfares, as well as just, it was actually up to a student to be self-motivated to go and be inquisitive so that they may learn more and add more to their knowledge. So to our parents, be patient on us also, be understanding, and continue to encourage your children as they pursue this demanding courses that they are pursuing. So to the students who are here also accompanying our parents, sometimes university can be very much challenging. I was also full of days that I broke down. There are some days I never used to be serious also, but there are times I used to sit down and say, is this really what I want? But I had a goal. But not to veer off from whatever my alumnus experience here, I just want to say to the students, just continue believing in yourself. You will face tough moments. The pressure is real because there are times you will be subjected to move with people in a group, because when you come out here, you'll never choose who you'll work with. So it's the same thing that when you come to university, you'll be formed into groups and you'll never know how much this group work means to you unless you put 100% into it, because it will contribute to your marks and it will contribute to your final grade. So you'll face tough moments with your lecturers because they also need to bring out the best for you. So it will require at least you to put in the 80 as well as the lecturer to feed you even the 20. And sometimes it might require also you to do it the 100% way. So remember that each challenge comes with growth. Lean on mentors. Mentors are your lecturers. Mentors are also the first friends you keep in school. For me, I only had one friend in Catholic University, and today she's excelling somewhere in a law firm. But I wonder which friend you're going to pick out from this institution. I managed to be in a very good group, a group that started in first year and ended in fourth year, still intact, still keeping the same goal, so that the people you choose in your circle, your group work, will really influence your end goal. So build strong networks. You will be exposed to so many opportunities out there. There are people who are going to come and talk to you about the future of technology, the future of e-learning, the future of your specific, each faculty has their own niche. So I really urge parents to also help students so that they may also come up and identify what they really want, and also attend these conferences, because out of these conferences, these students will get networks, and these networks will help them excel tomorrow. So graduation, so here are my finishing lines, but graduation is not the finishing line, but it's just the starting gun. So here we are today as parents, bringing our children and seeing what Catholic University has the best to offer. So it's just the beginning for all of you. And I'm so sure by the time we are standing here and also congratulating you, you will have at least made a solid decision today that I'm going to be the best version of who I am. So finishing university for me has been very much amazing. But now the real work will start when you leave campus. And parents, be assured to advise your children. That's where they really bring out the best from what they've been learning. So it's like you've handed a baton, but now you're starting another race. So networking is your best friend, as I had mentioned. Knowing people is key and connection is everything. But I'll just say put your lecturer as your best friend, because then they also have their personal connections that can help you excel one way or the other. Also have good friends. Don't be in a social circle that can mislead you as students. So find your balance. I often find it hard for some students who come to me and ask me, by there I'm in almost 5 social clubs. As well I am supposed to balance my friends, as well as I'm supposed to balance my studies. I'll be honest enough to say at least be in two social clubs. One that will help you develop your mental senses, and one that will develop your physical sense, and maybe a social one as an add-on. That will help you to at least reach out to people as well as impact lives. So find your right balance, because me, I also found my right balance at Queer. As I said, I was in a marketing team that used to run, and then as well as part of the volleyball team, which helped me develop my physical sense. So mentors matter. That's the other point. So for the students who are joining us, and also for the parents who are students amongst us, we'll need to find mentors for us, because I also had mentors in our faculty, two of which are here probably. I have one from our faculty who we still keep constant touch with, and actually they are part of the 2 referees who recommended me for the scholarship program at the University of Nairobi. So don't forget where you started. There are times even me, I almost veered off forgetting why I started in this course. But indeed, university is not tough. It's not tough. But I really find it hard for students who take even almost 10 years finishing the same course. The parents have supported them, but due to luxury, and sometimes I call it the laziness disease, students lag behind and take time. If you can finish and and remain focused in the 3-year, 2-year, even 1-year program, I'm so sure you will be somewhere in the next phase of life. So it's not tough. University is not tough, but remember why you got into it. So as I conclude, expect the unexpected. So every time there's always something new to learn, and once you've made your first step, the next step will avail itself. So you'll be required to manage many things, and I'm so sure by the time you're here and by the time we are done, I'm so sure most of the students who are joining us will have made a decision. So this university is actually one of the best. Keep learning for those students who are joining us. Don't stop learning, because there are so much things that you can learn even while you're in the institution. In my year, I was advantaged to have a counseling class, so it was free for the students. So this is an added advantage for people who are doing psychology, because now when you go out there and do the same course, it's an added. Sometimes we'll have people coming and training us on a specific niche. So take heed of those opportunities. And finally, enjoy the journey. University is enjoyable. And sometimes even when I look back, and that's why I prolonged my stay at Kenya School of Law by usually coming to access our Learning Resource Center. It's because I really enjoyed the books around here. I enjoyed the environment. And it was also a good journey to interact with people who I find out there as senior citizens making impact. So the road after university school has been full of twists and turns, but it's also filled with opportunities. So you need to celebrate your wins, learn from your losses, and keep moving forward. Sawa sawa wazazi, I'm a good example, and I hope somebody will have learned something about university. And if any of you will want to speak to me about, excelling in law or probably another course, I'll stick around for that reason. So thank you for your time and thank you for your patience. Karibuni Catholic University.
Thank you very much. It is now my humble pleasure to welcome our CFO, Madam Esther Nyangaresi, to give us a few remarks, and then she will welcome the DVC Academic Affairs and Research, who will represent the Vice Chancellor. Just before she speaks, I just wish to let you know that after this session, we are going to have some water to drink out there. So don't feel very thirsty or hold your thirst for a minute or two. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Marcellus. Thank you, Marcellus. All protocols observed. And good morning, parents. I think it is good morning. Good morning, parents, and all the students who could be in our midst. I wish to take this opportunity to talk about what to expect in terms of your financial obligations and how we go about it. I also talk briefly about the administration of the university, a few items that affect the students while studying here at the Catholic University of Eastern Africa. But allow me to also welcome you and your students as you join this great university, both either as a parent or as a student. I'll start with the finances. As you've been told, I look after the finances, and also I'm in charge of administration. So I believe for all the students who've been admitted here or who wish to be admitted here, you've already received a tuition fee structure. Am I right? At least you know what is expected of you in terms of the amounts that are payable, when they are payable, and how to pay. But I want to give you a reminder of what we expect you to do. First of all, in the document that you are given, we also give you other than giving you the amount of money that is payable to us for the different programs that different students are taking, we also give you the different banks through which you can pay, or the mode of payment. You can pay your tuition fee either through M-Pesa, and we've provided you with the M-Pesa details. This M-Pesa is embedded on one of the university's bank account. The moment you pay using that till that was provided, and which I'm going to display in a moment, that money will go to the bank account. But what will make that money go into your student's account is by you quoting the student registration number, which I think for those of you who don't have it by now, before the end of the day today, all the students will be allocated with student admission numbers. Is that clear on the M-Pesa? Every time you are paying through M-Pesa, you pay through the, let me show you the number. You pay through M-Pesa. Yeah, so through M-Pesa, the number is provided there. Maybe it's not very clear, but it is in the documents that we give you. You can also use any of our partnering banks. We have Cooperative Bank, we have Equity Bank, we have Citibank, we have NCBA Bank, and we've given you the details on how to pay. But every time that you are paying for tuition fee, please ensure to quote the student's registration number. This will make it easy for the money to be credited or to be placed on your student's account without necessarily coming to our offices. There is no manual intervention when you quote the student number. When you fail to quote that student number, do you know there are students who share names? For example, my name is Esther Njeri. Is there anybody here in our midst who is called Esther Njeri? At least I know 3 in this university, 3 people, not necessarily parents, but or students, but I know 3 people who we share a name. So when you pay to the bank and they say your name is Esther Njeri, how will we know which Esther Njeri has paid? The only unique identifier to that Esther Njeri and to any other is the student registration number. That number is unique to that student and it is not shared. So when you pay and you don't quote the student number, it prolongs the process of taking that money to the student's account. It creates an opportunity or a possibility of that money being confused with another student whom you share a name with. So always please remember, the key thing is that you always quote the student number. So every time you are paying tuition fee, may it be through the bank, even when you are writing a check, for those of you who probably issue us with corporate checks, first of all, we don't accept personal checks. And when you issue us with the personal checks, maybe for whatever reasons, we don't issue a receipt until that money is reflected in the university's bank account. But even at such times, always quote the student number at the back of that check. That student number is a very key thing. That is what we know more than the name of the student for us in finance. Is it clear? Okay. Then the other thing that I want to talk about is about the tuition fee payment and when to pay it. According to the documents we are given, we have the various payment plans. You can pay 100% today on registration or on admission. That is 100% of the semester fee that you are given in your documents. And again, this depends on the various programs that the students are taking. So you can pay 100% of that. But in an event that you are not able to pay 100% of that tuition fee, by the end of the day today or during this season of admission, you can pay 50%, okay? And the other 25% at the end of the first 1 month. And the other, or the last 25% at the end of the second month. Is that better? I think that is better for those of you who may not be able to pay the 100% on admission. But please remember, in all these instances, you must quote the student number. You can either use the M-Pesa, you can use the bank accounts, you can also issue us with a check, a corporate check, but you always quote the student number. Ensure that in all your discussions with us or in all your communications with the university regarding your student, you always quote the student admission numbers. While still I'm letting me also talk about when you pay as you've been guided, that is either 100% or through installments, then that ensures that your student does not, number one, miss out on classes, because at the end of the first 1 month, on the start of the second month, if the student has not paid at least 75% of the tuition fee, then we start talking, we start looking for each other. We don't want to look for your students in the classrooms. We want them to remain in the classrooms and run with the rest of with the rest of the students. So if you pay in good time, then your daughters, your sons are ensured of being in the classrooms at all times without any disturbances. Number two, if your student does not pay school fees as we've guided, then it means that, first of all, they cannot be allowed to sit for exams. Okay? For those as they grow, they also get to a level where they'll be probably ready to to join the next semester. At the end of one semester, they want to go to the next level. They will not be allowed to go to those levels until they've cleared the lower levels tuition fee. For those as they go to year 4 and they want to graduate, no student will be allowed to graduate when they have any tuition fee arrears. So it is very important that we all observe this and we keep to it. And again, one thing about tuition fees is that if it accumulates, it becomes bigger. It becomes more difficult. It becomes more challenging for parents. And therefore, parents, I would encourage you to pay the tuition fees as and when they are required in order for us to be able to offer the services that we've promised you that you are going to offer to your students. Then as a finance department, we support all the funding sources. For example, we have you, and I've guided you on how you'll be paying your tuition fees. Anytime you want to pay, you can pay either through the banks, or our partnering banks, or through the M-Pesa, or you can also issue us with the corporate checks. We also have scholarships. There could be some of the students that you've brought here who had scholarships, and I would request that you get in touch with the finance office either today or tomorrow within the course of this week, so that you can know which scholarship your child is on, and then we can advise on the way forward. We also have higher education funding board, that is HELP, which is available to all of us, both the students who've been brought here who've been admitted here through the COOPs, and those that have come here through direct application. We work closely with the Dean of Students Office in helping, and the registrar in helping the students apply for help. It is for us students, for those of us who went to school earlier than the current children that you are bringing today. We enjoyed this help for all our years, and we used to call it boom. And I believe most of you used to enjoy that, and we enjoyed it, and our parents didn't have a lot of problems paying our tuition fee. But hey, time has changed. We are where we are today. Still, the government is able to give this kind of funding to our students, and I would encourage all of us who are not able to pay the tuition fee to also explore the possibility of using this kind of a funding from the government. We also have those of us, or those of your students who have been sponsored by their county governments. Again, we accept their checks, and I would also encourage you to approach them, because this is our money, this is our economy, this is our education, this is the education of our children, this is our future. Please do all you can and make sure that your children finish their programs and in good time, and you can take advantage of these different fundings available that are available to you. Again, when a student comes here, maybe this is for the students when they come here. Sometimes they don't know where to get information from, but we have the students' handbook that will be provided to each of the students on admission, and even if it is not provided, it is on our website. It is on our website, but every student will get a copy of the students' handbook, where they will be guided on how to go about their daily lives in this institution, what are the do's and don'ts of the university while they are our students. So we have the students' handbook, and it is available to every student who is registered with us as a student. Again, the communication between the university and the students is usually through the students' portal. Maybe this will tell the students, because it may not. But one thing I want to say is that there is no secret communication between the student and the university. Anytime the university wants to communicate to the student, we communicate through the portal. And every student will be enabled before the end of this week on how to access this portal. What does the portal do? First of all, even before the classes start, the student will be able to get a pro forma invoice. A pro forma invoice is a document that will show the student the indicative tuition fee, depending on what he has registered. I believe most of the students in this group will be in a cohort, and therefore the student will be able to print, even before the beginning of the semester, you'll be able to print a pro forma invoice and bring to you parents and tell you, hey, next semester is opening on this date, and this is what is expected of me as I go back. So that communication is usually done through the portal, and the student has full access to that information. The other thing is about the tuition fee statement. Let no student tell you that, I don't know how much is my balance. I don't know whether the last payment you made has been credited into my account. No. The student at all times, we have access of their statement of account. See the way you have a bank account, and when you go to the bank, they're able to give you a bank statement. Isn't it? For those of you who have bank accounts, you pass through your bank at any time, and they're able to give you a statement showing you the transactions that have taken place over a period of time. They'll show you how much money has come in, how much money you've withdrawn or has been withdrawn from your account. In a similar manner, we also give statements to our students showing how much are the charges, how much has been paid, how much has not been paid. So you can request your students to be giving you this statement of accounts on a periodical basis, so that you know what is my liability with the university up to this level. At the end of the semester, what is it that I was charged at the beginning of the semester? What is it that I've been able to pay? And what is it that still remains unpaid? Or what is it that I overpaid? So that amount, that element of overpayment can be carried forward to the next semester. So through this portal, through this students portal, the students are able to get this kind of information. The other thing is about the payment receipt. Remember I told you that when you want to pay through M-Pesa, you just, on your phone today, you can just go to the M-Pesa portal, to your M-Pesa, put in the pay bill number, the student number, and you pay any amount, and that money will go to our bank account, and simultaneously to also go to the student's account. But remember, there is a very important document that you also require, and this is the receipt, isn't it? The receipt for all the monies that you pay to Catholic University on behalf of your student, or your daughter, or your son. That receipt will be found in the student's portal. So as and when, if for example you said your child with money, you go to school and pay this tuition fee, then he tells me I have not received my receipt, tell him to go to the portal, pull for me that receipt, and give it to me. I want to see it. So there is no reason why a student will come to the finance office asking for a statement of account, asking for an invoice, and also asking for a receipt. We've done this, and we have a very robust integrated system to ensure that we don't have queues outside the finance offices. We want the students to spend all the time in their classrooms, in the faculties, doing what brought them here, but not queuing. That is why this system has been rolled out. So let no student tell you, sina receipt, sijui ni pesa gapi tunaitishwa, sijui tumefika wapi. In fact, sijui nilipata marks gapi last semester. They will still be able to get all this information from their portal. Is it clear? And where you as a parent is not satisfied, or you have a question, the Dean of Students has shared this personal number with you, and you are also welcome to the office, to come to the offices, to come and find out, why is my student not in class? Why is my son why was he not allowed to sit for this examination? Come and talk to us. We'll be able to share with you what it is that is keeping your child away, if it is related with finances. Okay? And that is all about finances. I also want to talk about something called the Kwetu apartments, or about the hostels, or where your students will sleep. For those of you who've come from far and your children cannot be commuting every day from home to school, and there may be need for you to look for accommodation for them, the university has partnered with Kwetu Apartments, and the Kwetu Apartments is just here. Then you see this fence? The next plot is the Kwetu Apartment, and the university has partnered with it for accommodation at good rates. We've negotiated a good rate for you. We have the Kwetu Apartments and the Kijani, so you can ask them. They have a tent outside here. You can ask them, you can get in touch with them for more information and details. The other thing is about the students' cafeteria. You realize that some students will be coming in the morning and probably have morning classes and afternoon classes, and sometimes there may be need for them to have a cup of tea, have lunch outside their houses or outside the homes. We have a cafeteria. It's in the other plot, but it's within the university. So we have those facilities. You can talk to us about it and how to go about it in paying in advance in order for your students to enjoy the meals that are usually served there. The other thing that I would want to talk about is about the support of your students in the facilities. My office is also in charge of making sure that the students of the university enjoy a clean and a good environment as they study. This includes clean classrooms, well-lit rooms, clean verandas and corridors, clean washrooms, and like in some other institutions where maybe that is a facility that is not properly taken care of. We are here to ensure that your children enjoy every single moment that they spend in this university. And with those few remarks, that is where I had my presentation. I'm sure you have some question time, and I'll be ready to answer any question that is related to finances and to the facilities. Thank you so much. And as I had my presentation, it is also my humble duty to welcome our DVC academics to also make his remarks. Thank you so much.
All right. Good afternoon, parents. Good afternoon once again. My name is George Kimathi, the Acting Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of Academic Affairs and Research, and also the University Registrar. And I will also be mentioning briefly on behalf of the Vice Chancellor of the Catholic University of Eastern Africa. So the first thing I want to do is to welcome you to the Catholic University of Eastern Africa, which is popularly known as CUEA. So every time you hear CUEA, we are referring to our university. So before I bring you remarks from the Vice Chancellor, I'll mention a few things that you as a parent might need to be aware that concern your children or your students. The first thing is about registration. Every time a student needs to take a unit, they must be registered for that unit. So we don't allow students to attend class without being registered. And for you to know if your student is registered, of course, you can ask them for their portal access. It is in the portal that you can see the units they're registered for, the fee balance, the results, the grades they have obtained, and all the information that is relevant to them is available on the student portal. Of course, because the portal carries a lot of information, some of your children may not be comfortable sharing with you the portal credentials, that is the username and the password. But we are limited by data protection because most of these children, they're actually not children, they're adults. They are over 18. So because of data privacy concerns, we may not be able to share directly with you the credentials, but kindly just talk to them nicely to give you access to that portal. It has all information that is relevant to them, but also relevant to you as a parent. I want to confirm to you that our education is very structured. At registry, we ensure that all the student is supposed to do is actually done. And I can tell you that for those who have come for certificates that are going to last for 1 year, you can expect your child to graduate on the 1st of October 2025. Those who have come for masters and other courses that take 2 years, the graduation date is going to be on 30th October 2026. Those who have come for PhDs and the others that take 3 years, the graduation date is 29th of October 2027. And for those who have come for undergraduate studies, which is the majority of us, you can expect your child to graduate on 27th of October 2028 without fail. Now, this will only be possible if you keep track of your child. Of course, some of these students are coming directly from high schools where there was a lot of restrictions. They come to the university where there is some level of freedom. The Dean of Students is very alert, but also as a parent, please keep an eye on your child. Should you notice a change in behavior that was unexpected, please talk to your child or get in touch with us, because in most cases, when you notice a change in behavior of your child, it has something to do with their lifestyles at the university. So it tends to affect their performance. So if you reach to us, we can always share with you their performance, which is usually indicative of how they are performing. Of course, a few get into wrong company and therefore the behavior suddenly changes. So should you notice a change in behavior, please reach out to us. We will be able to figure out how to assist the universities. Your student. So we want to be partners, you as parents and us as the university want to be partners to ensure that your child is getting the appropriate care and appropriate information that they came to look for. The Dean of Students has shared his contacts. That is a personal contact that you can reach to him at any time. But should you have a concern about finances, you can always reach the finance department through the email creditcontrol@quare.edu. All matters of finance are directed to creditcontrol@quare.edu. You will be able to find these contacts on our websites, but it is good to know them. If you have issues with the registry, you can always contact the registrar at quare.edu and you are going to be assisted. Issues to do with accommodation, I think those have been mentioned. We have plenty of accommodation around. Just choose the one that befits you. And should you be in doubts, you can always again reach out to the Dean of Students who is going to assist in that area. This is a Catholic institution of higher learning. Students are encouraged to attend our Mass. They are encouraged to join us in prayers, but we do not force them to convert into Catholicism. So for those who are from other denominations, we do not force students to convert to Catholicism. In fact, here we have Hindus, we have Sheikhs, we have Muslims, we have people from all denominations. So they are allowed to exercise their freedom of worship. I want to mention something to do with interfaculty transfer. So it was alluded to by our alumni. If for some reason your child feels like the program they have been called to take, they are not very happy with it and they would want to change, we do allow interfaculty transfers, but we have to get authorization from you as the parent to implement that interfaculty transfer. For students who have been placed here by the government also has to approve the transfer or the change of program from one to the other. So it is very, very crucial that your child that does not just change the program they have come for, they need authorization from you as the parent, from us as the university. But if they are placed here by the government also needs to give approval for the student to change their program. There are forms for that. So should that ever be needed, then you can always get in touch. The funding model, I think that has been discussed a lot. You know, there's a lot of hullabaloo about that funding model, the new funding model, where most of you fall under for the undergraduates. So it is still in work in progress, but your child as it is now is eligible to apply for government loans. So they can apply for loans now. Once they get the admission number, they can initiate the process of applying for funding from the government, and they will be able to get that particular funding. Of course, students are fairly agitated because the scholarships are reserved for students in public universities, but we do expect that that stance probably is going to be reviewed. So those were my personal remarks as the university registrar and the acting deputy vice chancellor. The rest of the information, which is quite a lot, is going to be shared with the students themselves. So we are only giving you information that might be relevant to the parents. We are going to be having a meeting with the students tomorrow morning. So at this point, allow me to introduce some of the members of staff that are here before I read the vice chancellor's speech. And I will ask the heads of sections that are non-academic probably who are here to kindly stand up. Heads of non-academic sections. Do you have any? Yes. Rose, you can just say hi. I think the microphone is a bit far from you. You can just say hi.
Sister Rose, come forward. There is a microphone here.
Thank you, Mr. Marcellus. God is good. So mine is to thank you for choosing Queer. And like you are told, I coordinate the activities for careers in the university. And what I do best is to ensure that your daughter or son, when they come to Queer, they don't only graduate only with the academic certificate for whatever they are studying. There are a number of professional courses that are offered, and it is good also you encourage them and then follow them. Follow them closely. Be a mentor, be a friend. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you. Do we have any other head of section around?
God is good. I am representing the Quality Assurance Department. My name is Marcelo Sotieno.
Okay, thank you very much. Most of the others, we have quite a large number of departments that support learning. They are in the field or in various other places assisting with the orientation of students. Dr. Moredi, I think you already said hi.
God is good. Yeah, my name is Gitonga Mureithi. I handle communications, marketing, and student recruitment. That's why I actually shared my email address. Continuous feedback will help us grow. Karibuni sana once again. God bless.
Okay, do we have any non-teaching staff around? Non-teaching staff? All right. So the deans, kindly stand up. So you will tell us your faculty. If you have staff members around, you can also introduce them, and you can also introduce the parents that have joined your faculty today.
God is good. My name is Dr. Mary Wainaina. I am the Dean, Faculty of Science. How many scientists have joined me today? Karibuni sana. We thank God for you. The rest of the lecturers who work closely with me are actually handling the students and making sure that they are joining the right way. So we are very pleased to have you, and I can tell you, you have made the right decision to have your son or daughter come to Queer. Anytime you have issues, like you have been told, feel free to interact with us. We shall guide you, we shall update you, we shall mother your son or your daughter as long as they are with us. So feel that sense of security. They are the right place. Karibuni sana.
Okay, thank you very much. If you are the owner of car number KDQ 181W, your car is still running, please go and switch it off. KDQ 181W. Dr. Mochoki.
God is good, and all the time. My name is Dr. Mushoki Francis. I'm the Dean, Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. Those who have come for international relations, counseling, psychology, humanities, and all those others belong to that faculty. How many parents do we have here? Thank you. Welcome to Queer and welcome to the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. I was very excited this morning. I met someone I taught 2006, told me he went to America for a PhD, and now he's back. He was bringing the daughter here. He's actually around. He's teaching at the Garissa University. So welcome once again, and that tells who we are. Karibuni sana.
Good afternoon, parents. Good afternoon again. My name is Professor Peter Koros, the Dean, Faculty of Education. And I know I have quite a number of parents who have gone through the system in the Faculty of Education and have brought their kids here this morning. Parents who have come to the Faculty of Education, by show of hands, they are there. And I know you're many. And so you're welcome. In the Faculty of Education, we offer both undergraduate and postgraduate degree programs. masters and PhDs, and we encourage students and parents to come and learn, lifelong learning with blended modes, on-site, face-to-face, fully online or DEL, and also a blend of both on-site and online. And so you can study, because of the flexible mode, you can study and still get your degree as you push your child to get the first degree, the second degree, or the third. You're welcome. I am not sure whether our staff, any teaching staff from the Faculty of Education, okay, they are busy assisting the students the other side. Otherwise, you're welcome, and please journey with us to graduation day. Thank you, and God bless you.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Okube Tekeste. I'm the Dean, School of Nursing. I don't know whether I have many parents bringing their children to the School of Nursing. Can I see? I expect beyond this. So we have a very, very vibrant School of Nursing. We attract many, many students. It is not only because of the academic competence and so on. Where categorically transforms an individual to be like full person. Someone mentioned it, the physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. So I congratulate you by choosing the Catholic University of South Africa generally and specifically the School of Nursing. We are here to support, to transform your children to be very mature and responsible so that they can give good service to our community. Thank you very much.
God is good, and all the time. My name is Dr. Ann Kiboi, Dean, School of Business and Economics. How many that have brought their children for business, economics? Where are they? Most welcome. I know they are many around. Our programs range from diploma all the way to PhD. We have ordinary diploma in business administration, we have BCom, we have economics, bachelors with so many specializations, we have masters, and we have PhD. And I want to emphasize what my colleagues have said, that you made the right choice. This is where we make sure that you come out an all-round individual. And we make sure that you do the right thing and you do it right. Whereby in Kwea, you must be effective, you must be efficient. Welcome to School of Business, Economics, and to Catholic University at large. Thank you.
God is good, and all the time. I'm Dr. Wilkista Shanyisa, stepping in for my director, Reverend Father Mbaru, from the Center for Social Justice and Ethics. And I'm also a proud, not just a proud, a very proud alumni of the same university. Mr. Wakanyo held my hand right from first year to fourth year. He is a very, very good mentor. Was it not for him, I could not be where I am today. So one thing that when you're leaving this place, going home, you need to be assured that your kids are in very, very good hands. So at the Center for Social Justice, we offer programs starting from the certificate in church leadership and management. These are short courses. We have diploma and certificates in justice and peace. And normally we offer these programs in May, August semester. So you are welcome to take these short courses, and then we have our normal programs, undergraduate programs in justice and peace. We have masters in justice, peace, and cohesion. And finally, we have our PhD in Justice, Peace, and Governance. So I welcome all of you to take part in these programs, feel at home, feel comfortable, and continue promoting queer, as you will be rest assured that we will take care of your kids, being an example. Sini ukweli? Yes. So thank you very much. Welcome to queer. Welcome to the Center for Social Justice. Asanteni.
Thank you very much, Daktari. We do have some, Dean of Students has already said hi.
Thank you, Prof. Just unajua upishi huanza jikoni, right? So I do not want to serve as the Dean of Students. I also are part of the academic staff, right? So I also wear another hat. So tunaanzia hapo because it's very difficult to know students you don't interact with them in classroom. So I'm a member of academic staff. Thank you very much.
Right, thank you very much. Teaching staff who are around, I can see some of them seated in the audience. Kindly stand. Okay, the Reverend Dr. McCoy is the HOD, philosophy. So if you want to become a philosopher, you need to talk to him. The others are, of course, in the field working with students. Now, at this point, allow me to kindly read for you the speech that has been prepared by our Vice Chancellor, who is away on official duties. He is part of the Presidential Working Party that developed some of the policies that are affecting the higher education sector, and also a trainer of various groups. So he is in one of those missions as we speak. So this is the speech that he requested that we present to you. Mrs. Esther Nyangaresi, in charge administration, finance and planning, and university chief finance officer, all the deans and directors present, faculty and staff present, parents and guardians of our new students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Catholic University of Eastern Africa, COEA, and thank you for accompanying the students you are sponsoring to the university orientation. Our Rector and Vice Chancellor, Very Reverend Professor Stephen Bugwangari, apologizes for not being present today. This is because of an important activity that he has had to attend on behalf of the university. He has asked me to share with you his remarks. It gives me much pleasure to welcome you to the family of the Catholic University of Eastern Africa. By having your children in this university, you have become permanent members of your family. We thank you for choosing COEA as the learning place for your children. Being an international faith-based university, your children will interact with global citizens, good scholars, priests, and sisters who will be in class with them, as well as other engagements. This is a world-class university for the advancement of humanity, and its motto is, consecrate them to the truth. It endeavors to prepare the students in all rounded perspectives of academics, professional, personal, spiritual, and social capacities. You are part of the larger family of various colleges and campuses that constitute COEA. These include our second campus, COEA Gaba campus, that is located in Eldoret, as well as our constituent colleges, that is Marist International University College and Ekima University College. We also have our affiliate colleges that include Kenya's Catholic Major Seminaries, Chemichemi ya Uzima College, Catholic University of South Sudan, Institute of Religious Studies in Eritrea, Don Bosco Seminary in Moshi, Tanzania, Spirit and Missionary Seminary in Tanzania, Theological Pastoral Institute, Rauia, also in Tanzania, just to name but a few. We thank you, parents, guardians, and benefactors for supporting our students through our university. Therefore, making this university the academic destination of the students you sponsor gives them a great opportunity for personal and professional advancement. It is necessary to know that the beginning of the excellence in the areas of the specializations start from day one of their reporting. Their performance in the first cut will determine their cumulative grade average at the end of their academic studies and also the classification of the degree they will be awarded. Management of their time and resources is very paramount to the health of their stay and future. Do not abuse the trust and financial investment that you have placed on your children. Some of the areas of concern for our new students are self-discipline, which we promise to maintain a good personal approach to students and life among the students. We also have social life, where students shall be responsible and focus on what grows them and avoid uncalled for behaviors. It is also important to note that academic excellence prepares a student for future professional opportunities. This is the primary reason why your children or sponsored students are here. Dear parents and guardians, let us partner to ensure that our students thrive in this area. We also have an issue of alcohol and drug abuse. These are recipes for all cases of academic failure, diseases, indiscipline, and failure in life. We need to fight this vice at all costs. Ensure that you pay fees yourselves or in the presence of your children. Teach them financial discipline, and that will also be useful for their future independence. As parents and guardians, you have the right to follow on your children's academic and social behavioral progress. The registrar, dean of students, faculty deans, heads of departments, and the communication director are university officers that you ought to be able to communicate to. There are phone numbers and emails which will be available to you that will enable you to write or inquire about your children. The offices of the Vice Chancellor and the Deputy Vice Chancellors are also ready to work with you. The Catholic University of Eastern Africa was established in 1984. The management of the university is based on an organogram stated as follows. We have the University Council, which regulates the policies, funds, employees, and other academic programs. Then we have the University Senate, which manages academic standards, calendar, graduation, examinations, and other disciplines of the university and students. We also have university schools, faculties, institutes, and centers, which regulate the teaching, examinations, and other issues that are provided for by the University Senate. Then we have departments. These manage learning, examinations, academic advising, and other programs of the university. You will be able to interact with the university management at various levels, such as the Chancellor, the Chairman of the University Council, the Vice Chancellor, who is also the Rector, Deputy Vice Chancellors, your academic affairs, finance and administration, research and extension, principals of constituent colleges, the university registrar, directors, dean of students, which is the office that handles students' welfare, counseling, health issues, and spiritual needs. We have faculty deans and directors, as well as university librarian, finance officer, and heads of departments. Remember, it is in the heads of departments where the primary academic responsibility of the student lies, and therefore should be your first port of call. Again, you are welcome, and may God bless you for your commitment. We pray that you will be blessed with resources to educate your children to the very end. Thank you very much. This is Reverend Professor Stephen Bugwangari, the Vice Chancellor and Director of the Catholic University of Eastern Africa. Thank you. So at this point, I will take back the mic to the MC so that now we can have the interactive session. This actually for parents is meant to be an informative session where any queries that you have, questions that you may have are answered right here. So MC.
Thank you very much. Tutaenda katika kipindi kingine cha kumalizia ambapo tutakuwa na maswali mawili matatu kisha tutajibiwa. Kwa wale ambao wangeenda kuongeza kutumia vyumba vidogo, kuna mlango pale nyuma, ukitoka uende mkono wa kushoto au kulia, uteremke upande wa chini, au ukiwa hapa mbele waweza tumia milango ya kando hapa pembeni, kisha upitie mlango wa nyuma, utaona mahali pa kujiokoa. Questions? Do we have key questions? Any burning question from the parents that you'd want clarifications? Yes, we have. Ushers, please. Ushers from back there. Can I have 1 or 2? Ushers, come with the microphones. We have a question here. Any other question? Okay, we will receive this one very quickly.
Yes, good afternoon. I'm Kiama.
Be your soft. Add a bit of volume.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm Brian. I have a question. I have my sister. I'm Kuja Ishure. We seek a transfer from KUSIPS, from UN. She's here now, but we were told by the KUSIPS office, we secure first the school, this is Square, so she's admitted here to pursue arts and sociology. But now we are seeking an inter-transfer for education. Sasa nimesikia mkisema payments ya school fees, we are supposed to feed the registration number. Now I'm wondering whether we are going to feed the one that is for arts and sociology or for education.
Thank you very much. I think that one is a very straight question. I can give you the response immediately. All our numbers are numeric, and therefore it is not per faculty. All our numbers are numeric, and therefore if the child has a number, then it can apply in any faculty. Number 2, there will be forms and guidance as we progress through the week, where you'll be given a form to fill in for inter-faculty transfer. Don't be worried. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mercy. Mine is so much of a welfare question. Do you have a medical cover for the students, or because some of them are way beyond age that they cannot be covered by the parents? I don't know. Do you have a medical?
All right. Mr. Wakanyo has taken note of that. Whether we have a medical cover for the students. Yes. Any other question?
Yes.
Just stand and let us.
I have an issue.
Oh, okay. It's okay.
Yeah. I'm Engineer Miheso, the Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of Finance, that is in Nyangeresa, talked about minimum payments to be made, but she did not specify for those who are government sponsored and those who have come in separately as walk-ins, so that we are able to tell how much will the government sponsored students pay, based also on what we are hearing about bands, which we don't even understand very well. So if they can be able to give us a clearance on what government-sponsored students will be paid as minimum, or in totality, or 100% of what they should pay is what, and those who come in as private students.
Okay, thank you. Any other question? Yes, there is a question there.
Sorry, good afternoon. My name is Emily. Today I am bringing my daughter to pursue a course in international relations. Now, she was admitted through KUPS, and we applied for HELP loan. I think my question is the same as his, but my issue is I went to HELP and they say that I've been placed on band 2, and I don't know what that means. Am I supposed to pay some percentage of amount that she's supposed to pay at the first semester, and how much is that exactly, and by when? And then another issue is, when are they starting classes and what is required of them? That is it by now. Thanks.
Any other question? We will receive responses for those 2 questions. Oh, there is another question. Kindly, if at all there is a question, we request that you just come down because we don't have a microphone up there. There is a question here and another question there at the back.
Sorry, I forgot something. I'm still Brian. My sister, I forgot, yeah.
Of course, you can't change in the past 1 minute. You are still Brian.
Yeah, I am Brian.
Thank you very much.
Actually, I'm Engineer Brian.
Okay.
So I forgot something. My sister applied for help, but after applying for help, ikamwambia she's a private sponsored student. I don't know why it happened that. Actually, even Vokurienda, it was 3 days ago. Vokurienda, iliandika private sponsored. I don't know why.
Oh, okay. You will get guidance. Kule juu.
My name is Jane. Let me just follow up on a question about medical. Since our children are living outside the university, do you have a specific hospital that if a child is sick, at least that child can be able to go there? And if it is there, can we be able to use an insurance cover, maybe from the parents or whoever in that university, or in that hospital, sorry.
Thank you. There is a question right behind you. There is a lady right behind you standing at the door.
Thank you so much. My name is Gashiko. I don't know whether my question was asked while I was coming down the stairs, but I just want clarity on what does Quare offer in terms of scholarships and sponsorships. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there, please come down here. Hapo hapo.
Good afternoon. Name is Njeri Dirango. I just wanted to ask, I've seen in Strathmore, is there an arranged transport from town for children who want to commute from home to their school? Is there any arrangement the university makes, or to Jipange?
Thank you. That will be responded. Let's have this last one so that we can have the responses here.
My name is Asho Diambo. Now, when I look at the motto there, it is concentrate them the truth. One of my concerns is about cheating in exams. When we are living here, I know you'll address the trainees tomorrow and tell them about the consequences. Now, when we are going home as the parents, what if you are caught cheating in the exams? Can we be told so that if it's a punishment, we know living here that when my son is caught cheating, what do I expect at home? So that when I meet him again, I'll warn him, because cheating is a big problem in teen training and education in this country. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's have one and then responses first, so that in case of any, because some of the questions may fall within the response given.
My name is Walter. Ningependa tu kuuliza, kuna cards ilipeanwa hapa kwa na ushers, ikifika hapa hatukupata. So
if at all there is an usher out there with the vouchers, ushers please. If at all you've not received the lunch voucher, raise up your hand. Ushers, please. Before the responses, I think we need to sort out the lunch business. Please run here. There is a parent who didn't get. Kimbia hapa. And I'm seeing a few here who are... Please, let's have the ushers run down. Tafadhali. Here. Pass one. Then Pitisha Mbele, it is Mbele. Pick that one. Let us be quick. The students will be served on the other side. So let us not pick as many vouchers as we can. Let us just pick for yourself. Everybody, wherever they are, they will be sorted. So if you are here, just pick yours. Tafadhali. Let us be quick, my dear. Just pick one, which is yours, because the others will be served from wherever they are. Okay, let's have the responses first.
Thank you. So, are we settled now? I'll answer 2 or 3 of the questions that have been raised. One of them is the distinction between self-sponsored and the government-sponsored students. And I want to be very slow so that we all understand and we work together. Prior to last year, September, we used to have 2 categories of students. We used to have students who came to Kwea and requested to join Kwea on their own. Those were the self-sponsored students. And we also had another category of students who were seconded here by the government through COOPS, that is the statutory replacement body for universities. For the students who came here directly, they used to pay 100% of the tuition fee, unless, if of course they got help or other sponsors. And the tuition fee that was given to them on a day like today, or a few weeks before today, is the tuition fee that was expected from them. For the government-sponsored student, we used to have a different tuition fee structure for them. The reason being, the government was paying part of the tuition fee on behalf of those students. This is something that started way back in 2015, the 2015-2016 cohorts, all the way until 2022-2023 cohort. But something happened towards the end of last year. And what happened is that the government changed its funding model for university students. Let me say that the students who've been allocated here or who've joined Kwea through the government placement body, that is COOPS, have a tuition fee structure which is similar to all the other students who came to us directly. That means today we don't have 2 categories of students. The students you are bringing to us today are all our students, neither self-sponsored or no government-sponsored students. They are all our students under one category. We don't have government-sponsored students because you know the government abolished the sponsorship. That is what has happened to our education sector, that the government abolished the sponsorship program for university students, particularly for LAS, and therefore, if you are bringing a student here and you came through COOPS, there will be no difference between your tuition fee and that of the self-sponsored student, except that the government now has created some BADs. I think they are called BADs, wherein you apply, and I think the government places you in the bands that it thinks suits you and your finances. I don't know the indexes they are using for that. And then based on your band, the government will help you pay part of that tuition fee. If your band is receiving 20,000, that is what the government will pay to Catholic University on behalf of your student. But the tuition fee still remains the same. If you are in Band 1, and Band 1 is attracting a sponsorship, what can I call, a fund allocation of about 100,000 or whatever amount, that money will be, once that money is received, it will go to once clearing the tuition fee for your child. But at the end of the day, all the students have a similar tuition fee structure, and that is what is expected from you. There is a lot of confusion in the education sector, particularly in the university education sector, and more so in the funding, because I think the government is not has varied the way it used to sponsor students into universities to what we have now today. I don't know whether I'm clear that all the students are the same now. We don't have a GSS or a government-sponsored students and others who are called self-sponsored students. They are all self-sponsored students, except that for those who are placed here through COOPS, the government may help you pay that tuition fee. That is one. The other thing is on the transport. Yes, the university has transport. I'm sure those of you who came very early, you saw our fleet of buses in the parking lot. They are waiting for your students. Currently, most of the students, the current student population that requires transport lives around Kalen area and Rogai. And therefore, every morning, we are correcting students from those areas and bringing them to the university. Again, that is at 8. We pick them at 8 in the morning. No, before 8, because by 8 the buses are supposed to be in the university. And then again at 5, we correct them from their faculties and we take them back to where we picked them in the morning. So yes, the university has transport arrangements. Then the other thing is on the, what was the other thing that I can be able to answer? On the scholarships and sponsorships. These scholarships, I think we have a dedicated office that can answer that question. But remember, the sponsorship is on a deserving cases, and usually it is sought for by the parents. So when you come and your student is on a sponsorship or a scholarship, you come to us and we'll be able to help you in the next steps. The other thing is about help. HELP is an arrangement between individual students and the government institution called HELP. So we have an office, or we have our contact people at the HELP offices, and therefore I would request that those of you who want to apply for HELP can come to us through the Dean of Students office, and we will help you to apply. We will help you, we'll show you how that information is filled up, is filled, especially for that student who tried to apply and was told is a self-sponsored student. You come to us and we'll be able to help you in order to assess those kind of funds. I hope I'm clear. Thank you.
So thank you very much, and I want to interject on some issues that pertains to the Dean of Students concerns. The issue of medical cover is work in progress because of its works with insurance. However, all our students are entitled for GPA, group personal cover accident, you know. So if they have, they are injured. And that's also cover, assists them to go for attachment, field attachments requirements. So what we did is just write a letter for them and it takes care of that. The other thing is whether if in case of emergency, yes, we do that. There are hospitals private hospitals nearby, like Karen Hospital, like St. Mary's, Martha Hospital, and in case maybe for a parent who doesn't have a medical cover, we take them even to Bagathi. And for those who have medical cover, it is required that the university certifies that they are students. So although you might have your medical cover insurance card, the hospitals might not accept that. They have their as a student ID. However, the student, we also write letters. Even in case of emergency, we also do emails to hospitals that yes, this is a continuous student. Let's just study 2024, expected to graduate this, maybe 2028, you know, for eligibility, right? So we certify that. The other issue of scholarships, yes, you heard of Cardinal Tunga, where we raise funds to take care of the needy students. Other scholarships are faculty-based, right? If you are in School of Business, maybe through linkages, right? Maybe for continuing students or for postgraduate studies, like you had Wakili say, you know. Those are tailored to different faculties. However, even here, we have, there are even people who also offer financial aid. They are called Uniport. They are around. You'll see how they also finance students, and it's very flexible. Uniport. They are somewhere here and in the tents. So they also talk to students about that. Currently they have even supported students of nursing, 4 students of nursing, education, and also science, computer science, to completion. Then we have work-study program for needy students where they can do vibarua kidogo kidogo on campus, where maybe it's tied to their their profession, and they get something, some funds, which for upkeep. It's not a lot, but it keeps them ongoing. It's called work-study. You are studying while working on campus. It's for needy students. And that's why I was telling you that it's robust, and we work with the chaplaincy, even the food staff. So it's a very elaborate system, and we know how to isolate and take care of our needy students, because you know that even we are admonished always to take care of the needy people, even the Bible, the scriptures. Those who want to, anything to do with help, there is a desk in help for somebody who is in charge of this university, called Mrs. Lobby, Laobi. I want to give you her number because she's the one in charge of this university. If you call her, she will give you all manner of queries. Madam Robbie, 0722 966 233. She works at HELP. She's the one in charge of Catholic University. There are officers in charge of various universities. So with the Rombi, you can ask her. You can make inquiries of HELP, and she'll give you the response. 0722 966 233. Again, 0722 966 233. She's called Lobby, Laobi. I think that's what I would have to say about my area, Prof. Okay.
Okay, thank you. There are some other two questions that have not been responded to about class, when the class is starting. The new students have reported today. Postgraduate students are going to be processed today. They should go home with their student IDs as of today. The undergraduate students, that's those who are coming to do diploma certificates and the first degree, are going to be with us here for the rest of the week. They have some very elaborate program. We are going to be meeting with them tomorrow to give them further information. So the whole of this week is about orientation, about the university life, what to do, when to register, how to register, and all those things. And their classes are going to begin on Monday, the 16th at 8 a.m. The rest of the students will have come back by that time. So the classes are beginning on Monday. It is probably nice to know for the parent who has asked that a student should attend all classes. If they miss 2 classes in a semester, then they are not entitled to do examinations. I don't know whether that information is relevant for parents, but it is something that you can know. The timetable, again, is on the student's portal. The moment they register, their timetable is on the portal. Please talk to them nicely. They share with you their login credentials. You can always be able to trace where they are at any given time. Then exam malpractice is taken very, very, very seriously at the Catholic University. Of course, what punishment is given out depends on the exact circumstances that the student was caught in, and this is communicated in writing to the student. If you would want to know in advance about what happens when a student is caught in certain situations, you are also free to download a copy of the student's handbook, which is available on our website for free. So just download a copy of the student's handbook. It is nice also to know what your student is expected to adhere to. So it contains all matters university life, about finances, about attendance, about failing, about repeating, about transferring, about graduating. It has all that information, and you can download it from our website, which is www.quair.edu. www.quair.edu. That can be very helpful. I think those are the questions that were asked in the first round.
Is there any other burning question because that question is standing between us and our lunch break? There is one here. Question. Any other? We'll take the last 3. There is one here. There is a number 2, and a number 3.
Good afternoon. My name is Beatrice Abiambo. Now, I just have one question, because you said if a student misses class for 2 days, then they will not be able to sit for exam. My question is, what about if a student misses because of a medical reason? Would they still be bad? That's my concern.
There is a question there.
Good afternoon. My name is James Kibiru. My question is on whether you offer the trimester program. And if it is offered, how does it go? Are they supposed to register on entry? Please give us guidance.
There was a question in the middle.
Good afternoon. Cosmas is my name. From the website, after applications, there is somewhere we are downloading the admissions report. For the purpose of avoidance of long queues during reporting day, I was asking, is it possible for the students to be receiving admission or registration numbers in the website, as well as maybe even for the purposes of the long avoidance of the queues in the finance department? Once they have paid for the fees, it is also reflected in the website as well. Another question is, during the application, there are some brochures that direct us when we are applying for our sibling or children. So we find that in a certain course, say bachelor's in international relations, in the brochure there is international relations and diplomacy. But when we look at the website, we don't see international relations and diplomacy. In the brochures, there is a certain course that goes for 4 years. Another one is going for 3 years. The same course, but the duration is different. Maybe we also need some guidance and directions in the website to know which student qualifies to study for 4 years, which student qualifies for 3 years. Thank you.
Please pass the microphone there. Looks like that one is very, very burning.
Thank you so much. I'm Letencia Okelo from Kisumu County. I brought here my 5th born and also my last born son. A big concern for the students who are going to undertake courses in education, School of Education. The system has changed. The truth is, not much sensitization has been done to the general public about this system. Is there an arrangement so that our students who are going to take up education, take up subjects that will match with what the CBC requires of them, so that we don't have any student taking up what is now irrelevant, was applicable in 844 and not applicable now in the CBC system. Then the other one may not be a question but a big concern. As much as the government is struggling with their confusion of the scholarship thing, what is the institution doing to assist as parents or guardians and our students to lobby for what they feel the government should do for them? It is true, I have 3 children who have gone to private universities. They enjoyed the scholarship the government was giving to them, but the ones we are bringing to private institutions right now, there is no clear answer as to why they are not going to be benefiting from that, even after the government said they are going to ensure that each and every student is not discriminated to receive education in Kenya. I saw last week there was some forum in one of the universities where those students in the public universities were given an opportunity, together with other representatives, to defend what is rightfully theirs. I did not see representation of the private institutions to help our students or our institutions to lobby for what we feel they should benefit from, because they're being placed by the government. And the same government is the one that is lobbying for our students to get free education.
Thank you very much. We'll start with the responses, but I will start with your first question, and I will invite Professor Koros to respond about the CBC courses and compliance.
Thank you very much for that question. What is happening now is there is a transition period that we are transitioning from the 844 system of education to the competency-based curriculum. Our graduates of the CPC will be here with us in the university the year 2029. And what we have done as the Faculty of Education, and we are still doing, is to align the courses that we are giving currently to our students to be CPC compliant in terms of teaching approaches and teaching methodologies. Now, why are we doing this is because the teachers that we are releasing into the job market is a team of teachers that will teach the competency-based curriculum. For now, the subjects will not change. The subjects will still be 2 teaching subjects, and what we have done very quickly in our curriculum so that our teachers are CBC compliant is we have introduced a unit known as competence-based experience in education. That will give them an opportunity that when they go out there, they will be able to teach the graduates of competency-based curriculum. But our courses in the university will be fully converted so that by the year 2029, those who will have gone through the 3 different pathways will be able to fit into courses offered at the university. That's what I could say in response to that question.
Okay, just to confirm that indeed our education students are already in CBC, the ones we are releasing in the market